Okay, and hey everyone, I'm groteworld. You can just call me Grote. And today we are going to be doing A Wonderful Life. I'm going to get started here on this All Marriages for the GameCube run now because we have a good 6.5 minutes of intro to go through. So we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, to start this game, I do want to note that we are playing the English version, and that's mostly for you. Normally, we play this game in the Japanese version, and it's no different gameplay wise, but the intro is a minute shorter, and normal text through cutscenes are shorter as well. One thing I do need to do is you notice that I started the game without a memory card. That's because load times are a little bit quicker when you don't have a memory card in. Just a couple frames, and that's for sleeping and everything. But in an all marriages run, we actually save at the start of a run. Save at the start of a run so that we can basically go back. So you can only marry one person at a time, obviously. To basically combat that, we save so that we don't have to go through this 6.5 minute intro. This is A Wonderful Life. This man right here, Takakura, is basically our father's work hand friend when he ran the farm. My father has now passed away, and here we are with Takakura, basically showing us the ropes. He's going to be around the farm, and Takakura actually is one of my favorite characters in this game. He's just one of those kind of old guy, like Clint Eastwood kind of funny character. So here, two dogs have come up to us, and we get to actually choose, do we want a pointy-eared dog or a floppy-eared dog? For the marathon, I'm going to take this really slow because I am definitely going to get that floppy-eared dog. It doesn't actually mean any different, but that floppy-eared dog is the coolest thing, and we are going to name it A. And we name it A because, obviously, that's the fastest. I don't think its name actually ever comes up, but if it did, that's why we name it A. Yep, it is truly the most important decision is floppy versus pointy, and floppy-eared dog is best dog. So that's Takakura's house, that log cabin there, and it's actually interesting because you can take a right corner. This game is so much about routing your steps and trying to be precise about those. It's really hard to be precise about those, but trying to be precise about those. So going around Takakura's house is actually slower than going behind it, just by a little bit. Name our cow after our dog, because I really like the name. And so, yeah, this is kind of the most boring part of most of the marriage runs, actually any run, because it just is an unskippable. Right here at this point now, in the special edition, which is for the PS2, and I think they re-released it for the PS4, you can actually tell Takakura to stop doing the introduction. The reason why we don't run, or I don't run, a special edition is because basically they didn't put a frames per second cap on the game. So it tries to run far too quickly, and it gets bogged down with the PS2 soft hardware, and actually a little bit with the PS4. I think they fixed part of that, but generally loads and walking around is slower in the PS2 version because of this. So now we've done all basically that we can do in the intro. Now they are just going to keep on walking us around, introducing us to everyone. And here's where we meet our first bachelorette, Muffy, the blonde, and she works at the bar there with Griffin. And she is my favorite, always has been my favorite. This is the small girl there is Lumina, and she actually controversially is a bachelorette in the special edition, even though she's around 16 years old. And then here's our bachelorette number 2. This is Celia, and she is just not really the funnest for me. She's kind of boring, but she's going to be our second bachelor that we run, or bachelorette that we run. And they're just showing me the dig site, which we will see in the Muffy run here first. And it never actually shows you Nami. She's up in her room in the inn, but that's where she is. So at the end of the intro, we meet the Harvest Sprites. The only other time we're going to see them is we're going to see them 3 more times on Summer 1. Yes, we play Summer 1 3 times. Which means we get 3 amazing times to hear Takakura's sound. Takakura has only one sound that I've ever really heard, and it is this very pleasing oh. So that's intro. So right before we do anything, I'm gonna go here. I'm going to save. And now I'm going to start my Muffy run. I'm also going to take out the memory card. And so a Muffy run is the fastest of the 3 runs. And it starts by we let our cow out so it can eat in the pasture, and then we're going to milk it. So Muffy likes milk, likes any flour, and likes a couple items from the mine. And we'll get to that. So that's basically what I'm going to be gifting her today. And you'll be seeing that coming up here soon. You'll be hearing me refer to all of this in points. And I'll be trying to keep track of points as best as I can. And actually, there she is. She's coming towards us. I wish I had the record, because this means that it's probably going to be a 2 cycle, which I'll get to soon here. So we're going to give her a milk. A milk is half a point. Give her a flour, and we actually need to say, yes, take the flour. It's not the default option. And then we're going to head home. So she's at 1.5 points of affection. And what that basically means is her heart level is now at 1. And so with her walking, because she normally isn't walking, that's actually going to make me either I have to wait till 12:30 or noon, or I can just leave now, give her more gifts. I'm going to just wait till 12:30. I have a couple things that I can do. I can take the record out, which, yes, we're going to lose our good music. But she actually takes that record as an additional gift that we can give her, and it's just like a mine item, which is 1 point. Oh, I waited too long. So this is the Muffy first heart event. Um, and basically, what happens is Takakura comes to me. Muffy is being attacked by my floppy ear dog. And she basically claimed that the dog peed on her. And Takakura will have none of it. Once again, hilarious guy. So now I can catch her. She's usually coming around this corner, and that's bad RNG. She can either go left or right. The best is obviously to have her go right. So now she's at 2.5. Here's 3. And we'll give her Breeze. So now she is at 4 points of affection, and we're trying to get her to, I believe, 16. So I'm going to grab 2 flowers. And now we're headed to the mine. The mine is the most RNG of this run. Yep, this is the game with Celia. So actually, this run could die right now if Carter is not here. He is here. And so now, get your Bless RNGs out as we basically hope for either coins or crystal ores. And there's one. 3 is the best you can do. So this is amazing RNG. If I can get a coin or a crystal ore before like 2:30, that is crazy good RNG. Flora is, I think, would have been one of my favorite bachelorettes had she been able to be one. Wow. So yeah, I got it. This is one of the better mines that I've ever had. 3 for 3. So there's a chance that if everything goes right, this Muffy run could PB. So I'm eating right there, and that way I don't need to drink anything later on. We're going to milk our cow. And that will be the last time that we purposefully see our cow. And that's... So this cow has RNG, obviously, that just moves around the room. And it's bad to get it back in this corner, obviously, because it's just moving further and further away from me. But yeah, so now we're only asleep 3 times. That's going to put the time at 9 a.m. And what that does is Muffy starts work at 1 p.m. and she she won't accept gifts when she's at work. So this is our way of basically always keeping her between when she wakes up, which is 10 a.m., and when she goes to work, which is 1 p.m. So that's the time that we have to basically gift Muffy, and we're gonna roll into the bar right at 10 a.m. Oh, that's a little early. So sometimes you can get in to the bar area, and you're not supposed to actually. You're supposed to be waiting outside still. So it's pretty nice that I was able to get in earlier. So I give her an ore. I give her a flower. I can give her a milk. And lastly, I can talk to her. When you talk to her, she's going to give you three options. One, just want to talk to you, just to see you, and say it's funny. I think it's just to see you. Actually, I haven't seen the English version in so long. I don't actually remember which one it is. So maybe Desert can remind me. But so that's talking. You can technically get her to talk a second time, but that's randomly when she talks, and then you're supposed to say the opposite. That'll give you, I think, like a third of affection. So each time you sleep, it's only 6 hours. In the GameCube version, in a Wonderful Life, or in Another Wonderful Life, which is the female version, as well as in Special Edition, those hours are kind of variable, anywhere from 5.5 to like 8 hours of sleep. So it makes it a lot harder to route. But that's kind of the thought process here: is you're trying to sleep, and you always sleep in kind of sixes. So same as before, we give her the milk. We give her an ore. And she's now at two affection hearts. I can't give her that. I can give her a flower, though. And we talk to her. There's our floppy-eared dog walking around. So tomorrow, we're actually going to have a gift out for her when we get to the bar. and that way we are kind of ready to give her a gift when we walk in, because we're going to get a cutscene right as we walk in. So here's the second cutscene. And then there's some RNG about where she is in the bar. The best is that she is in the far back, which means I can give her a lot of gifts. That's bad. She's kind of really close to that door. And I only gave her, was going too fast there, and I only gave her the first option in text, which is basically half a point. You said, give her the flowers. She says, "Is this for me?" And you have the option of yes, if you want it, or no. If you want it is the default, and that's only half a point, where yes is the full point of affection. So I gave her a flower and gave her that. And lastly, I'm going to talk to her. So now we start a process of basically sleeping until summer 1. And the reason why we do this is because we literally can't get to her one more time. Like, we can get to her one more time to give her gifts before she starts working. And once she starts working, then we're going to have to do a sleep pattern. So if I've been messing up here with any of my stuff, and if my numbers don't come out right, then the sleep pattern could be messed up, and then we'd have to wait for her. So we're going to sleep till summer 1. Summer 1 is when we get the blue feather. And if you are on midnight, almost exactly, so right now I'm on 12:06, you can actually get the blue feather at the exact start of summer 1. Usually, if you're sleeping at an off hour than that, then you have to wait until almost halfway through summer 1, until the evening of summer 1. Yeah, that seems like something what a son would do. Um, and it's fine. It actually makes for a more interesting speedrun. If everything was the default, um, there wouldn't be a lot of room for anything. But yeah, so this is kind of like I said, the boring part of the run. Celia doesn't really have this. and Muffy and Nami has this times two. So be ready for that. But yeah, here's Summer 1 cutscene. And basically, they find a blue feather, and they have a general idea of what a blue feather is for. And so they all think they're going to use it. And basically, uh, the yellow Harvest Sprite runs off with it, hides it away. And then they kind of forget that they hid it away. And they all think they left it back at the tree. And there's Takakura's amazing sound, which is the inspiration for my emote. So we're gonna sleep till noon, and then wish me luck on gifting her. I think for the marathon, you can check their diary and find out how many hearts they're at. I think for the marathon, I'm just going to check, because it does make a little bit of a difference. So that's the double talking point. Oh, I was going to check. Yep, so she is at 4 hearts. And once she's at 4 hearts, we can give her that blue feather, and she accepts it. This is one of my favorite cutscenes of all time, and the reason why is because we are actually going to moonwalk out of the room. It really gets me every time. It's really good. So as soon as I gain control of my character here again, I'm actually going to reset. So regain control, and that's Muffy. So we've done one of the 3. So now we're going to start Celia. I need to put my memory card back in. Oops. That's a mistake. That's too bad. So I need to hit continue, not new game. So load my save. As soon as we're in it, I can pull the card. Nope. So yeah, we are back. Spring 1, year 1. And now we're going to marry Celia. It is serious fun. So Celia likes eggs and any flowers. So it's a relatively similar to Muffy run. The difference really is that her cutscenes are so sporadic and really hard to get. There's one, the fourth cutscene, I don't think we're going to see today. I've never gotten myself. So basically, we bought a chicken. We're going to sleep 5 times, and then we're going to go start giving her gifts. And you're going to see why we do that. It's for really a warp. Nope, that's the wrong time. Sometimes I get really confused about the 11 a.m.s versus p.m.s still at my age. So when you buy something on the farm, especially an animal, Takakura will warp you back to the farm when he arrives with the chicken. So we're going to see that actually in play here in a Celia run. So we're going to go over here. Our poor cow has been sitting inside with no food for a day and a quarter. So it's kind of crabby. Yep, I am so sorry. And then we're going to start heading to Celia's. Ooh, and I am much further behind than I'd like. I just gotta get in. Oh gosh, that's way too close for my liking. She better be downstairs in a good spot. No, 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 please don't. Vesta, please. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's fine. I'll just keep going. Yep, so what happened there, basically because of the reset and stuff, you run out of time. You run out of time, or you have less time, and I pushed it too close, and I basically didn't get to Celia in time. So that was kind of a waste. And we're going to be a day behind. That's fine. The optimal would be giving her a gift there, and then heading inside immediately. But that's okay. So we put our chicken out in front of our house. It can roam, and that's a little dangerous. But we don't have to feed it then, and we don't have to go into the chicken coop to get it. And she stepped outside. Wrong. So she takes flowers, she takes eggs. I need to pick 2 more of these. And now I can go home. And that's basically, I mean, this is the excitement of a Celia run, is walking back and forth between here. She really stays on the farm, which is nice. It helps with routing. There are small chances where the bachelorette that you're pursuing will just leave the valley for a day. We live in Forget Me Not Valley, and they'll just leave the valley, and that definitely affects it because you go looking for them and you just can't find them, and it's a big time loss. So it's the next day, and we are going to look for our chicken, set it down, and take that egg. Go upstairs to Celia's room. Give her an egg and a flower. And we'll head home. Yeah, she does have an adorable laugh. Um, I don't it's not that I don't like Celia, it's that I just don't really enjoy the Celia run. But yeah, so another day is done. Um, Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna try to get her to do a cutscene. And it's basically her cutscenes are very sporadic if they want to work with you. But we are gonna try it. Later on in this marathon, I'll be doing Another Wonderful Life. And that one, you have to have all 4 cutscenes in order to propose to one of the bachelors. And so you'll be seeing me basically try to trigger many events. Oh, I forgot I didn't grab an egg. So that's a shame. Yeah, these games are really good. Yeah, I could start laying eggs, I think, if he tried really hard. If we could figure out a way to have our character lay eggs, that would be a big time save. But another day, another egg. Some things to know is like if the chicken doesn't have an egg underneath it, which that's a possibility, if you pick it up and set it back down, usually it will just spawn an egg underneath it, or it'll finally lay its egg. I don't know why I was going for Vesta. I got lost in who was here. So when somebody else is going in the door, you can't go through it. So I didn't lose any time there. So give her an egg. Give her a flower. Sorry. And we're gonna try to get cutscene 1 since she is inside. Nope. Yep, I'm on that Vesta train. This guy right here is Casey, I think. And he and his brother make fireworks. That's Ruby. The only thing people usually remember, like glitches and stuff from this game, are that you can duplicate Ruby Spice, which is a special blend of herbs that she likes. Show the chicken its egg. So this is Galen right here, and he's just a townsperson. And his wife, Nina, is actually the only person to pass away in the 7 years of this game, which is really interesting because, you know, Takakura is pretty old, other people are old, and you age. It's not 7 like straight years. It's actually like 7 years that they picked out. So you age in your own time as well. So it's pretty crazy to think that those people live so long. Since she's inside, I'm going to try to get the cutscene. I don't think so. There's Muffy coming down the way. See you, Cece. Thanks for stopping by. Local farmer, not immortal. Spoiler alert. I really enjoyed what they did with this game. It's more of a led story. It's not as specific as things like we'll see Save the Homeland later today. It's not as specific as things like that. And it's not as open as Harvest Moon 64 is. Give her an egg. Give her this flower. Okay, here's cutscene 1. A little moonwalk to make way for her. So if you're speedrunning this, you got to go really slow because she's going to ask you a question, and then you immediately get another question, like with no gap, and you have to choose option 2 for that second option. So you can't be button mashing through that spot, but we did option 2, so that's awesome. And after that heart event, she actually does disappear from the valley and can't be found. So if you get that heart event at the start of the day before you gift her, you actually can't gift her anything more that day. Okay, so the hope is that we actually get third cutscene here. And we didn't. That's fine. I need to find my chicken. Which is meandering out into nowhere. It's to lay its egg. And just like that. Because I didn't get third cutscene today, which, yes, it's third cutscene, it's not the second cutscene. Because I didn't get third cutscene today, I actually need to pick up one more flower, because third cutscene puts you right next to a flower patch by Goddess Pond. And so, yeah, just had to do that quick. And so if everything goes right tomorrow, I believe we can get third cutscene and second cutscene. Yeah, there's definitely down moments. But that's one of the things I love about this this speedrunning community is because it is, you know, not casual, but it definitely has its layer of, hey, this is fun. You know, we're not just out here to play some hardcore games. We're just, having a lot of fun while doing it. So we are hungry. Luckily, I have some milk. And sleep one more time. And so hopefully we get cutscene 3. It is sunny outside, so... Yep, okay, so here's cutscene 3. So we can gift her a flower. We don't have an egg, so we can't do that. But we will head to her farm. Yeah, one of the most boring categories is the any percent of A Wonderful Life because it is just sleeping. Oh, and nobody is at Vestas right now, so that's a shame. So if somebody had been inside of Vesta's house, then we could have gotten second cutscene that day as well. So because we didn't get second cutscene, I will have to do probably another day of gifts. Where'd that chicken go? Yep. Is it spring 10? No, she's outside. I don't think I have a flower on me. Nope. Oh shoot, it's summer one. Wait, what? I'm not sure what day it is because those flowers are, those goddess drops are not there anymore. Oh, it is summer one. Okay, cool. So at the end of the day today, I'll get the blue feather, and then we should be able to gift her. Uh, so almost done with Celia. And here comes the... Oh. Okay, so it is summer 2. It's 10 a.m., so she is definitely awake. And now we can gift her that blue feather. I'm gonna make sure to grab an egg before I go. So in A Wonderful Life, the marriages kind of go. In with Muffy, there's very little looking around for people. It's just mine RNG. In Celia, it's not really looking around for her, but looking around for the chicken. And in Nami, it is literally just looking around for Nami for an hour. So give her the egg. We're going to double check the diary since it's right here. And we're not going to do it because I am going to see if she'll take a flower for that one more affection point. It is summer 2, technically, and not raining, so we could see Heart Event 4. Yep, and that was what we needed. So there we go. The Celia proposal. And time on that. Right now, I'm 7 minutes ahead, I think, than what I was expecting. I need to get the memory card back in. But Nami is a fickle mistress, so we will see. We'll see how that goes. I have forgotten. I didn't have my my Nami notes up yet. So Nami actually is the interesting one, and that's because she is too hard to propose to, or too slow to propose to normally, like we have been. So we end up doing is actually we have any of the girls at the end of the first year will propose to you if they have enough affection points towards you. And basically, for Nami to beat Celia in affection points, Nami has to be at 3 hearts, which is 30 points in our counting. So basically, this entire run is just trying to get Nami to 30 points so that she will propose to us. Which means that we have to actually play all the way until spring 1 of next year. And so since we're going so far, we are actually going to sell our poor cow. named after me, named after my farm, and named after my dog. And now that we've done that, we literally sleep until summer 1. So this is the true resident sleeper portion of the run. If you need to do a bathroom break or something, now is the time to do it. And so what we're going to be doing on summer 1 is we're actually going to start growing turnips. Um, and Nami's the only one that we'd actually grow any uh, farming things for. We can either grow turnips or we can grow yams in fall. I mean, I like the summer turnips. I think they grow a little bit faster and do the same thing. So we're going to be using summer turnips, and basically we're going to be giving her a meal. And the meal is a salad called light pickles. And it just takes one single turnip to make, which makes it very efficient. And actually, right now, I'm just going to wait 3 seconds. Oh, that was bad timing because obviously it was midnight. I shouldn't have done that on the midnight. But now that it is midnight, I get that early summer 1 again, which isn't super important in this run. But the chances of it raining on summer 1 are so high that I actually want to plant on summer 1 so that I can get those. So one interesting thing about this game is that the sleep pattern, basically, I'm muscle memorying AA down A. I'm here. Or actually, I push up because it's easier. Um, and that pattern is that part right there is the same as in the Japanese version. But if you mess up and you just do AAA, where you go into the save menu, that's different. That save menu is different in the Japanese version than it is in the English version. And we actually see this happen in many different places. Where then in another wonderful life, the sleep pattern is completely different. It's A down, A down, A. So now, just to get to sleeping is totally different in Another Wonderful Life. And then, of course, Special Edition has its own sleeping pattern. I don't necessarily remember which one that is. But so all three of them, basically all three of the versions, have different sleeping patterns to get to sleep. And then on top of that, English versus Japanese is different, at least in A Wonderful Life GameCube. So that is a problem when you're going back and forth, is basically muscle memorying the right thing that you want. Another thing, I just want to say, another thing that's really nice is if you do need to. So here we are at Summer 1. And it's something that's really nice in speedrunning this game is basically if you push, what is the button? X, you pull up your kind of side menu, and it's basically how I've been choosing which item to give and put in my hands. And if you push that button and then you push start, actually any animation that's happening in the start menu goes away, and you just get an instant start menu. That's really nice if you're trying to check the date really quick and stuff like that. Of course, like I said, here we are in Summer 1, which means we get the great Takakura O. Oh. And we're going to sleep one more time. I didn't hear if it was raining or not. It is. So that's going to be good. That's going to be helpful. One less day of watering. And we're actually going to grab Quiet Winter out because she will accept. Nami accepts both records as gifts. They are just flowers to her. And so we will be giving her that in case we see her before we see flowers. And now we're going to plant. Okay. There's kind of, to move quickly, there's kind of this flick pattern, but sometimes the controller will actually flick backwards through that process, so it is a little dangerous to do. You saw me do that a couple times. Unlike other Harvest Moon games, this is a 1-to-1 plant to spot ratio. Many Harvest Moon games will give you the 9 spots around it in a single seed. And now that it is summer, the closer that I get to 11 o'clock, I'm going to want to sell 1 milk. Alright, so done with that. I'm going to grab a milk and drink it. The reason why I want to sell 1 milk is if you sell a milk and then are on the farm at 11 o'clock the next day, you actually are gifted the horse pretty reliably doing that. So it is sunny out, which does mean... Nope, nope. I missed that. So see, it's raining, so I don't actually need to water the crops. That's a pretty decent time save. Sorry, my monitor's really quiet on these, so... So here, beautiful day. But we do have to water. Cool. All done with that. Nine a.m. the next day. It is not raining. So like I said, once we have these turnips, then we can make light pickles with them. And Nami likes cooked meals at a 0.5 of a point, or half a point. Actually, I'm gonna sell. So like I said, getting close to 11 here. I'm going to sell my 1 milk. I'll just sell 2. That's fine. Cool, so now I just have to be on the farm at 11 o'clock, and I'll get my horse. Oh, So there's my horse. Name my horse after myself, the name my father gave me. So the horse basically cuts time in half when I'm trying to find Nami. So yeah, as long as you ship one thing the day before. Now that I'm on water. Doing good, Kroll. I think I'll still probably be around estimate, maybe 5 minutes early. Okay, so what you saw right there was that the flower went off a few of these. That means they're actually done. Which means we don't have to keep on watering the other ones because we're going to be basically picking them right now. Sorry, my cat just jumped up and then fell. Okay, so it's summer 6, which means all my turnips should be done. I'm gonna take my horse out so it can just eat and be close. And now we actually start another sleep fest after I'm done cooking. So once we finish all 14, then we're going to sleep 44 times. And that's going to put us... that's going to put us at fall 7. It's actually 42 times to fall 7, but 44 to what time we want in fall 7. And then we can actually start gifting her. The last 15 minutes of this run are definitely the most interesting. What are you wondering about, Shadow? It's not 44 days, it's 44 sleeps, and it's 6 hours of sleep. So it's actually going to be an 11-day sleep. I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure. Cece, who was in here earlier, might have an idea. The reason why I say that is because the game for the PS2, Save the Homeland, actually came out before this game. So I'm actually, I understand it as they wanted to get a game out for the GameCube because it was so popular. Yeah, Animal Forest or Dabatsu no Mori was definitely for the N64, and then re-released it with obviously more features um, later on in the GameCube. And actually, there was one other version in the GameCube series as well. So there was Dabatsu no Mori E, which was the first GameCube one for Japan, and then Dabatsu no Mori E Plus, which is what we know as Animal Crossing. And so, yeah, there was definitely some iteration happening there, and that was definitely for the 64. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't start this development during the 64, but also this game came out in 2003, I believe, where the Wii came out in 2001. So I'm just checking what day it is. Yep, it's summer 10. Sorry, I haven't been keeping track of my tracker. So that's. And I'm hungry. So this is the second and last bathroom break that you have of this run. So it's fall 5, 2 more days of sleeping, and then we're there. All right, so it should be fall 7, and we are ready to start gifting. I'm just going to sleep to the right time. And double check that it is indeed fall 7. So there, I mean, pull up that menu. It's actually the 6th. I over calculated. All right, so just gonna sleep 4 more times. It wouldn't be detrimental to start on fall 6, but I only have 14 days of gifts, so that's why I'm gonna start on fall 7. There's actually a chance she could be out at 7:15 or 7:30, I think it is. But we're just gonna play it safe. Make sure we know that she's out here. Forgot I had a horse. So it's kind of a game of playing Where's Nami now. The best place to look for her is on this staircase around. Nope, don't need to give her that. Give her a flower, aka our Quiet Winter record. Give her a light pickle. And lastly, we're gonna talk to her. And that's our day. We're gonna pick up some flowers. And there's our 14. Actually, we only needed 13 flowers. But there's our 14 flowers that we needed. And the reason why we actually do this kind of longer run and we have to give her flower, or we grab those flowers in specific, is because she doesn't like all flowers. She only likes trick blues, and I can't remember the winter flower that she likes, but it's in the same location there. And so basically the way we keep her happy is by having to give her trick blues and talking to her. I think I just overslept. Which means I'm only going to be able to give her 13 days of gifts. Should be fine. I padded in extra days of gifts. But I didn't want to head out at 3. Around 3, she usually takes a nap. And so I try to avoid that as much as I can. There she is, coming out of her house. Light pickle. Give her a trick blue. Give her a couple talks. And that's day 2. Cool, so let's go find Nami again. So the fact that we're catching her at 9:30 right next to the inn is mostly because she comes out of the inn at 9:30. So it's actually really good if you can do a large portion of your run around 9:30, because then you're catching her on her way to those stairs. She'll chill around those stairs from about 10 o'clock to about 2. So if you can catch her at 9:30, that's way better usually. There is a chance she's over at Vesta's farm, and there is a chance she's hanging around at the yurt. And when she's hanging around at the yurt, she's actually available starting around 7:45. And I didn't give her a talking point yesterday, and that's fine. Like I said, I've put in some padding here. And she is here. First I thought that was Nina. Talk, and we're gonna head home. That should be our last hunger of the run. So Van's walking. We can try to block Van, but it's really hard to time out his text box. So we're just gonna lose 7 seconds here for when Van says his shop opens. I got the van skip. Basically, if you're getting on and off your horse right when he opens up the shop, or if you open up the uh, inventory at that time, you can actually skip van. And so I just got that. That is the first time I've gotten van skip. So I'm not seeing her, which means there's a good chance that she's out of the valley right now. Oh, there she is going to the bar. I don't know where. Oh, she might have been in Nina's and Galen's. That is another spot that she can be. So I think I have her at 11 and a half points of affection. And she's quite different than the other girls. Like I said, she plays harder to get. So she is still only at 1 heart, where the other girls would be almost to 2. Like that tomorrow they would be at, or they're at 2, they'd almost to 3. Tomorrow the other girls would be at 3. But she's only at 1. It's too early, so we'll have to keep on. Hey, thanks for the good luck. Oops. So give her a pickle. Give her a flower. And lastly, we're going to give her a couple talks. And we're done for the day. Cool. So it should be winter 5. And we're still at 1 heart. Okay, so here's Nami cutscene. Oops. So I messed up the Nami cutscene. I'm supposed to do option 2. And I did option 1. So she's supposed to look around the farm and give me an affection point. She didn't do that, which is really scary because now I'm pushing the amount of luck that I've had the last couple days, or pushing the amount of filler days that I've missed. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So that's really bad. But there's nothing I can really do at this point. Haven't been saving at all. So, um, let's hope I can fight 4 points of affection. There's a chance this run doesn't finish. Um, I can try, Caven. So, in special edition, actually, Nami is much faster, and that's because we actually make Celia not like us. So we give Nami one gift, and then show Celia and Muffy basically the blue feather, which they hate if they're not high enough affection, and so those two will not come to your door basically. But that's only in special edition. This is the GameCube All Marriages, so um, I don't think I can lower Celia at all. Talk. Yeah, so in the GameCube version, Celia is the default marriage, basically. So if you give no one any gifts at the end of the year, Celia will propose to you. On the other hand, in Special Edition, Muffy is the default girl that if you give no one gifts to. So that's a little interesting. Only in Special Edition, though, does Nami outplay the other two if you just give them one gift and then make the other two not like you. So if I'm tracking right, I think it is Winter 9 today, which means I don't think I'm going to have enough points, honestly. We're going to find out, though. I'm very skeptical about now. So it's before 9:30, and she's actually already out, which means she's been out since 7:30. No way of knowing that when you're in the house or anything, but she does kind of have a sporadic look at my pickles. She does have a sporadic schedule as far as that's concerned. So I do think we're probably 5 minutes from the end. uh, there we go. Oh, that's funny. I I don't think I've ever seen that happen. I'm just looking around for her, making sure that she's not anywhere weird. That's Nina. Which means she's probably not she's not in their house because both of them are up there. The bar technically is open. She could be there. She does like to hide behind the yurt sometimes. She doesn't seem to be over here. See, this is kind of that where could she be? I'm gonna guess she's in the bar. I guess I haven't seen Gustafa. She could be in the yurt. There she was. So I gave her flour. Gave her light pickle. Talked to her. So this is either the 10th or the 9th. I'm too nervous to check. But I'm hoping it's the 9th. Moment of truth. It was the 9th. Cool. So we get one more day. But she has been playing hard to get these last couple days. So that's kind of a shame. But that's fine. We are actually ahead of schedule a little bit. So it is raining. There's a chance she could be in the inn sleeping already. Oh, no, there she is. So my tracking hasn't been awesome. So this number could be wrong, but I believe I'm at 28 affection. And if that's the case, then we should be good. But we're going to find out in 2 sleeps. Here we go. Is it Vesta or is it Nami at the door? It's Vesta, which means that the run has failed. So that's a shame. That is a problem with this run. I could have probably save scummed at winter, but being that this isn't a marathon, I didn't really have time to go back. So I guess you'll get to see the sad part, which is I can either do my proposal or I can just remain single. And we're going to try remaining single. And they get pretty sad, which makes sense. I'm troubled, apparently. Some of the best music is right now, and right after this, and you usually don't get to hear it unless your pet animal dies, or you remain single. And I'm not good enough to be a farmer if I remain single. So now I must leave the farm. I love how mad they get at me. They're so upset that I remain single. What am I even doing as a farmer anymore? Don't you have like a goal in life, like get married? And when you don't accept somebody in year one, you are taken back to the main menu. You are just no longer a farmer and don't deserve to play this game anymore. So here we are at the start. I wish this run could have ended how we wanted, but it doesn't seem that it wanted to work out that way. Some bad luck and stuff like that. So remember, if you want to be a farmer, become married. And next we have the race, the Ellie race, between Odd Tom and Demo. So let's get ready to give them a hand, and thank you so much for watching.